What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Graybeard back with another Division 2 video. Today is Monday, July 26th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. In today's video, my friends, I'd like to take some time and answer the questions that you sent the channel over the last week. Now, as always, if you happen to be new here, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for a $100 gift card to either Xbox, PlayStation, or Steam, depending on which platform you're on, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. The winner will be announced this upcoming Sunday, August 1st, and as I've mentioned in every previous giveaway video, please keep in mind that watching our content is not a requirement to win. Only watch the things here you may enjoy. That's why you have the option of entering via Twitter. Having said that, let's get into today's video. So the first thing I'd like to talk about today, my friends, has to do with the current manhunt target and really the seasonal replay, in general, as some of you have reached out recently wondering, is there a time limit for you to complete each manhunt as they come along? So to give you a quick breakdown how the manhunts work in regards to the season, I'll use Dusk as an example. So you can see here there's about a day or so left with this target quote-unquote available. However, the only thing that expires on Tuesday is the actual bonus you get while the event is going on. In this case, it was the double XP bonus that you could earn for the first 15 shade levels while this manhunt was active. So again, on Tuesday, that will go away. However, the manhunt target is available for the entire season. You can see here that I really haven't done anything in regards to any of the manhunt targets for Season 3 so far. However, let's say I want to take care of the Wraith manhunt. All I do is I go to manhunts on the map, I highlight Wraith, and on the left you can see all the things I need to do. And even though this manhunt event ended over 20 days ago, you can see one of the things you need to accomplish is taking out a bounty in the Federal Triangle. It's marked with the manhunt target. So you can see I choose this, then I go to that bounty, and once completed, then the investigation will be updated. Now at this point, we do not know when the Seasonal 3 replay is going to end. We know that the last event for this replay is going to start in about a month or so, so that maybe will give you another 2 or 3 weeks to complete it after that begins. So in my opinion, you want to complete the season within the next 4 or 5 weeks. Another question I'd like to answer really quick for those of you that were asking, it has to do with control points and your manhunt progress. Because as most of you know, during a manhunt, one of the things you may need to do is clear a control point. And some of you are wondering, if you reset those control points, does that affect your progress? And the answer to that, my friends, is no. Once you've actually completed anything in regards to the manhunt, you're locked in, you're good to go. So regardless of what you do, unless you reset the manhunt completely, all of your progress will keep going regardless of resetting your control points or not. The next thing I'd like to talk about, my friends, has to do with matchmaking in the game, and this is in regards to any aspect, whether it's the summit or bounties or missions or whatever it may be. And a lot of you have reached out recently saying no matter what you're trying to do, every time you try to use matchmaking, it seems to take a long time to find a group. Now, this is something I've talked about recently in a bunch of different videos. However, I did want to take a moment again to go over a few things for new and returning players. First of all, let's focus on the summit. In my opinion, it is better to matchmake from your map while you're in DC or New York than it is from the summit lobby. All you need to do is go to your map, go over to matchmaking, go down to summit, pick your difficulty, and again, this seems to be so much faster than when you're in the summit itself, and regardless of if you're in the lobby or at the computer, this seems to move much, much quicker. Next, I'd like to talk about matchmaking for a specific mission that you may be trying to play in order to gain some targeted loot that happens to be there on a certain day. And for me, the one thing I strongly recommend is start the mission call for backup and continue to do that until you have a full group. Most of you know by now that one of my favorite aspects about this game is the community that surrounds it. And there are so many agents out there whose favorite aspect of this game is to just answer that backup call to go in, help out, help you farm, get some good gear, all that stuff. So again, my friends, take advantage of that. Moving on, I'd now like to talk about connection issues in the game. And as most of you know, last week the game put out a few different fixes, or maybe it was the week prior. Maybe it was the week prior, whatever. The point is they put out some fixes in regards to the Delta errors a lot of people were having when it came to the Marauders and certain missions in New York and DC and all that stuff. So hopefully a lot of these issues were fixed. Now, with that being said, I have heard from a lot of you over the last 4 or 5 days saying you're having Delta issue problems when in the summit or in the raids. I know that it happened to a few players that I was playing with in the raid last Tuesday, and for me it happened in the summit about 4 times over the last 3 days. And actually, on that note, really quick, I want to say sorry to a group that I was in the other day. We were playing Legendary. We were on floor, I think, 92 or 93 of the summit. I was chatting with someone, one of our subs, and I got completely delted out. It sucks, and when that happens, it does affect the gameplay of everyone in the group. Now, in full transparency, that rarely happens to me at all. It's very few and far between where I actually deal with any Delta errors or connection issues in this game. However, if it is something you are still dealing with, please let me know in the comment section down below. Finally, my friends, I'd like to bring up the potential timeline in regards to anything we can expect from the Division Heartland. Now, you can see here Taylor Epperly put out a message the other day, and she is the lead game designer over at the Division Heartland. You can see here she says, "Hi, I need another game designer on Tom Clancy's The Division Heartland. My team highly values diversity, inclusion, and a healthy work/life balance. Help me spread the word." Now, in addition to that, Red Storm also put out a message about 4 days before Taylor saying that they were also looking for a bunch of people for different positions as well. And, when this happened, it kicked up a little bit of dust from people wondering, does this mean that Heartland is actually going to be on time or pushed back? And once again, my friends, in my opinion, anything we hear online right now is going to be speculation. And, needless to say, we all are looking forward to Heartland and new Division 2 content and anything else the game brings us. But at this point, we really have no concrete dates. The good thing, I think, is the fact that, the game seems to drop this stuff on us all of a sudden. If we go back to a week ago or 2 weeks ago, whatever it was, we had no idea that they were going to be making an announcement about X-Defiant, which they did. So again, my friends, this could happen anytime. So for me, I'm just patiently waiting and hoping for the best. With that being said, my friends, I'm going to start to wrap this up. However, as always, I'd like to take a moment and thank you all for your continued support. I sincerely appreciate your taking the time watching this content and, more importantly, being a part of this family. As I'm sure all of you know by now, my main goal at the channel is to create that toxic-free gaming environment where we all work together. So if you have any questions, comments, feedback, please let me know in the comment section down below. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.